There are no content warnings for this episode of the Verdant Tide. Caspia, you're on Deep Rock. You have been bouncing from place to place for months at this point. Maybe coming close to a year or two that you've been bouncing around places, moving along, doing the best you can to make a living and find something new. As you're walking through Deep Rock, we are not at the market. We are at a different area, a sort of residential area that seems to have a festival going on. What drew you to this festival?
I wanted a snack.
Many delicacies show up in festivals quite often, and I think that there is a sort of honey-coated fried dough, a sort of meal, drizzled with some cinnamon honey on top. I mean, it's been a while since you had that. Walking up and spending time in this festival, able to get your meal that reminds you of when you were younger. Who in the crowd might catch your eye?
I think there's a little old beggar woman on the edge of the festival asking people for money.
Yeah. This woman, you sort of passed her as you walked in, but you were a bit too hungry to really notice too much. But you took her in your mind, and coming back to the gray hair half sort of fallen out, these deep spots in her skin, you recognize this is Krezerin sickness, the thing that causes growth to be so insane and for mutations to happen. Krezerin is a toxic, mutagenic substance, and this is someone who probably was a laborer, probably dealt with wood being chopped out of the Wildsea to build homes and whatnot that's around here, and is definitely old enough to have existed before, to a certain extent, they just kind of threw safety out the window. As you approach her, she says, "Amber, please. Please, Amber." And she notices you. "Sweetheart, do you have any amber you'll be able to spare?"
Just a little, but you seem to need it.
Well, half an ounce of amber is most of what you had left. You have maybe a tiny bit more, just in case, but helping out other people feels good. I think Caspia might have a thought of, now, I probably cannot afford to eat unless I make some money. But it's a festival. There are many ways to make money.
Well, I look over. I see the old knock over the bottles game.
A little bit of a different knock over the bottle game. It has a toy rifle. Many people here are excited about potentially becoming wild sailors, especially the children, and so getting to shoot a gun and really practice always excites the kids. You see a few adults who have had a little bit too much to drink crowding around this certain one with a raggedy and intense looking woman next to it, almost half not caring what's going on and half caring so that she can get drinks brought to her. A little bit more adult side of the festival, though it is a kid's game. And as you walk up, one person there saying, "I got a pound of amber that I can outshoot any of you." A woman who's definitely had way too much to drink.
I'll take the bet.
But, what do I get if I win? And you check your pockets, realizing you have very little left, only the small pieces that broke off of whatever you were carrying in your pockets. And what do you have? I know you have your rifle.
I take out the milkweed and I say, hey, see this? This is special milkweed.
Yeah. You're trying to convince this individual that it's special milkweed?
Special milkweed. That's a 1.
No, that milkweed is worthless. Your gun. I think that's a worthy prize for shooting competition.
Oh, this old thing.
Yeah. I'll up it to 2 pounds for the gun.
All right. It's a bet.
And as you approach this shooting game, picking up your toy gun, we're going to have you roll.
A 5, a 5, and a 3?
That is a semi-success with a twist. As you go to shoot, you shoot equally as well as this drunk person. And you see her slam down another drink after you both knock over 5 bottles with 1 shot. She says, double or nothing. And she like sort of half falls over, very difficult time standing. And someone from the crowd steps forward. A young Ketra, a person of sort of tentacles and, deep color, a little bit of lightning in his eyes. I'll hit double or nothing. If you win, you get 4 pounds of amber.
4 pounds?
If I win, you join me on my ship. You see him hit a very nice smirk after mentioning joining on his ship.
I pat my empty pockets once again.
4 pounds would get you along for a while.
Yep. All right, kid. Let's see what you got.
You line up for the shots, and as you go to shoot, you feel a shock go through your system as you're about to pull the trigger. Your gun jerks slightly to the side, and you miss entirely. He shoots okay. He hits 2 bottles, but you hit none. And I think in that moment, Caspia might have realized why he had that smirk.
So he's cheating.
Well, you missed. And if you don't have any proof that he cheated, you only have a suspicion.
Well, I'm not normally this bad of a shot, but a deal is a deal, I suppose.
Don't worry. Where we're going, you can get a hell of a lot more amber. If we make it. As you follow him, he introduces himself. The name's Octavius. I'm, undercrew of a new expedition, and so far everyone else who's shown up has been a mess. So.
Well, you seem pretty desperate. Having to make bets at random festivals.
Well, I'm sure you'll understand once you see everyone. And he brings you over to the port, where you hear some of Darren's announcement. And as you are brought forward to this large man with a shiny skull, he says, Octavius, did you find a new recruit for the expedition? Yeah. And he just keeps walking by, seeming wanting as little as possible to do with this person. And as you walk up to Darren, emerging out of the crowd, please describe Caspia as we see her.
Caspia is a relatively tall woman, dark flowing hair, heavy eyeliner, a large baldric to hold her weapons. Generally intimidating.
This man, who is slightly smaller than you in height and much larger than you in body, says, well, I'm sure you'll be ready to kill whatever comes our way. And he extends a hand for you to shake.
Watch out. Might be you next.
Welcome aboard.
I'm Aunt Langman and I play Seven. I'm a professional writer, editor and voice actor. You can find me at antlangman.com and on Blue Sky.
Hi, I'm BeaZ. I play Lottie. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Discord at BeWritingBooks.
Hey, I'm Joel or Corundm. You can find me as Corundm, Corundm, on YouTube or Twitch.
Hi, I'm Sariah Cali, playing Caspia, and you can find me at sariahcali.com.
Hi, I'm Adelaide Ellicott, the Firefly, composer, editor, and producer of the Verdant Tide. You can find me at ellicottstudio.com and learn more about Stories by the Lamplight at stories.ellicottstudio.com. Thanks for listening.